Every region has a merchant located in each town. If your city is in control of a specific region, that region's merchant will be active in your town. This person just said, I'd love to import produce from Gustaberg, but the foreign powers in control there make me feel unsafe. Well, I'm sorry to say that Sandioria will I think on my server, Sandioria has only gained control of Gustaberg once because it's right outside Bastok. So Bastok always has control of Gustaberg, even if they don't have any other region. This merchant says, I've got fresh produce from Zolkheim I can buy, and they're offering giant sheep meat, dried majoram, Sandiorian flour, rye flour, semolina, Lithane cabbages, and selbina milk. They're all crafting materials, and being that Sandioria has Zolkheim this week, this merchant is active. If I wanted the Zolkheim produce and Sandioria didn't have Zolkheim, I would have to go to whatever city was in control of it and shop there. So that's one incentive to doing well in Conquest, is you get inexpensive access to crafting materials from that region. Okay, on my server, this is the guy to go to for Chocobo tickets. Basically, he'll sell you Choco cards, which you can take to Juno and get a Chocobo egg. He's in my link shell, which is cool. I can get him cheap, but you'd be surprised how much people pay for Chocobo cards. This is an inn. It's the Lion Springs. We have some performers here and some quest NPCs. This guy here in the exotic outfit is Sandioria's teleport person for Argon. As you can see, this person here is about to make use of their services. Once you've completed a quest in a town, that town's teleport NPC for Argon will become available for your use, and you'll just trade them 300 gil, and zoop, there you go, off to Argon. Sandioria has some back areas. They're having they have some population problems here. So since the Crystal War, their population has been kind of low. Excuse me, and they have a bunch of empty houses. I think perhaps one day they'll fix the problem, but for the most part, right now, they have to deal with a low population. They have some back areas within the walls here. Let me show you the map. South Sandioria. To the north is where I came from, and you have it kind of goes off in a semicircle. In these back alleys is the NPCs you would need to talk to in order to start the quest to unlock Paladin. Very good job. And then we're running back this way to where the inn was, because this is also where the residential zone entrance is. Okay, trail markings. I have it targeted. It's next to this tree here. Every city has trail markings. These are the entry point to a high-end dungeon area known as Dynamis. You'd interact with these in a specific way, and you can get a raid group in there. Very difficult areas. Here is the residential entrance for South Sandioria. I'm not going to go in there because we've seen the Mog House residential room for Sandioria already. Now, one thing I didn't detail last trip in my Mog House or in Bastok was some more information about changing equipment. Now, You can go into the menu here and do it that way, but that's kind of the slow and sluggish way. And one reason it's important to be able to change equipment very quickly is that a lot of equipment has use-based bonuses. They'll assist you with a specific thing. For example, the staff I have on my back is very useful for white mages in that it boosts my cure potency. I'll cure for more hit points if I have this staff equipped. But another piece of gear that is very useful to black mages is the dark staff. You'll frequently find white mages carrying both, and while the light staff assists me with cures, the dark staff assists me with regaining magic points while I'm healing. If I'm low on hit points, I can heal like this, and for the Mithra, the animation is sort of like praying. If I was Elvan, I'd have more of a concentration look about me, and so I pray like this, and it allows me to regain hit points and magic points. Magic points regain a lot faster than hit points do, but when you're dealing with 801 hit points like I am, if you've used a large chunk of those, it'll take forever to get those back. So the dark staff assists me with that, makes it go a lot quicker. Now, in order to change equipment very rapidly between the dark staff and the light staff, you can set equipment changes on your macros. As you can see, I don't know if you can read the text very well from this YouTube video, but I'm this is my alt set number 2, and the leftmost macro is a macro change. It'll take me to alt set 1. For alt set 1, I have most of my commonly used spells, but for alt set 2, I have some equipment changes. And if I wanted to heal or stand and start casting again, then I would change my equipment with those macros so that I could do it more quickly. So you can see right now I have my light staff on, and if I wanted to heal, I'd use a heal macro, and it'd put equipment on my person that is appropriate for healing. And then once I stand up again, if I start to cast a spell, a cure spell, it would equip me with equipment that is appropriate to that cure spell. This is a line in the macro that changes my equipment. So a lot of times in combat you'll see people blinking like I just did when I changed equipment. That happens because the game has to re-render your model with the new equipment on it. So you'll blink out and you'll blink back in. And sometimes people who are not very experienced with the game find that very annoying, but for the most part it's just something you get used to working around when you get more experience with the game. This is the exit to the Ronfru Forest from South Sandioria, and we'll be covering that area and region another time. Here's some more vendors. That person in the brown sells for produce